Blu-ray cases or stupid ass Switch cases, which are like PSP boxes but crappier.
Here's the thing: the Switch cases look nice on a shelf together, and they always have awesome artwork, but they're just too fucking big.
Yeah.
Like, there's really no sense because there's nothing in those cases. They're
well,
annoying.
I think what they're trying to go for with that was to. It's a halfway point essentially between a DS case and a normal console case. So like, oh hey, look, it's a handheld and a console. It's smaller than the other boxes, but it's also bigger than DS and 3DS.
It's not as good as this.
But it's got a little fucking diddle on the top.
You could probably take it off.
Use scissors if you're gonna. You're gonna rip the fucking plastic. Or you mad? I tell you, leaning into bite that shit like a burger.
There was, so I bought this from my local retro shop, and they're also selling these weird they had a glass case with all the loose cartridges behind it and with legitimate stuff, but then they also had in the corner, it was I forget what it's called. It's called like Donkey Kong 1000 or something. It was a fan cartridge, something on Genesis, and it had Donkey Kong's Smash 4 render on it. I don't know if it was a fan port of Donkey Kong Country to the Genesis, but it was fucking $40, so I didn't buy it.
Huh. Very
I do want to
peculiar.
buy Streets of Rage 1 though, and 2. And
Okay.
Echo the Dolphin.
I do have Echo the Dolphin. It's not a good game. Why would you want to play it?
I just like the idea of playing as a dolphin.
I also have. I have a game where you play as like a little drunk orange teardrop or something. What the fuck game
Cool
is that?
Spot.
No.
Rise Star. That's what it is.
No.
It's Rise Star.
It's
Yes,
not. I would have
Fuck.
said he's a fucking star if he. Okay, yeah, hold on.
It's Rise Star.
Ah!
We got a calf reveal.
It's fucking Pugsy.
I don't even know what that is.
Neither do I. I've played it like twice. It's just a shitty 2D platformer.
Speaking of shitty 2D platformers that are actually pretty good, I want Mickey Mouse's Castle of Illusion.
Okay, you know what? We're gonna record a video now.
I thought we were recording a Genesis discussion.
Well, we were talking about my shitty Genesis game.
Do you have the 6-button or the 3-button controller?
3-button.
Me too.
I have like 3 of those. Okay. All right. Now that we're done talking about the fact that we both have just Sega Genesises but don't use them, we're gonna record a video.
Okay.
Sounds good to me.
Was that the intro?
Oh Christ! It wasn't.
I don't know. Let's say it was, because people deserve to hear about the Sega Genesis. You know what else they deserve to hear about? Your tweets. Hey everybody, welcome back to Backlog Banter. Today we're reading Tucker's tweets to celebrate our 100 channel views.
Yay!
Now, as we spiral the drain of mediocrity, we decided to visit the Twitter account of someone else spiraling the drain of mediocrity, Backlog Banter's own Tucker Hazel.
Ah,
Now,
yes, hello.
It's
an honor to be on here today.
Yes, you tweet a lot, but nobody likes your tweets.
That's true.
Other than me.
That's also true.
So today we're gonna read through a lot of your tweets, because here's the thing: they're not just like, "Hey guys, how you doing?" or "Oh, look, cool pickup." Haha. They're like thought out opinions that you want to discuss, but nobody will discuss them with you.
Yep.
So today I'll discuss them with you.
Okay.
So here's what we're gonna do: we're gonna start to mine one. Now your account is spelled Tzurki. I think this is part of the problem. How do you say that?
Zurki.
Zurki. Okay. We're gonna.
It's sort of like a TZ. It's like a, I don't know.
Like Zadziki.
Yeah, it is like Tzatziki. Yeah.
Here's where things get complicated though, because then there's a YEMI on the end. Zurkiemi.
Where?
That's your PSN.
Oh, Tsukiemi that is my PSN. That's actually short for another thing.
Oh wow.
Which is Zurki is short for Tsukiemi, which is short for Tsukiemi Kazakhstan.
This is why you have 209 followers.
Which is the name of a fictional country I came up with when I was in middle school. You know how there's all those countries in the Middle East with weird ass names? Well, I made up one, and I was the king of it, and that was Turkey and Kazakhstan.
I think you'd be a good foreign policy advisor.
Well, I can come up with names for countries.
Yeah.
That's it. So I'm like, hey, Poland, I'm your new advisor. We're changing our name to Turkey and Kazakhstan. And
You
like,
should run on a platform of
who are you?
without
Get out of our office.
you should run on a platform of without the consent of the countries. You're just gonna go in and rename the Middle East.
All right. Then, well, yeah.
Well, so while you're working on your campaign slogan, let's start reading your tweets here. The first tweet, as of the time of recording, came out 29 minutes ago. And I quote, "Seen this going around. Here are my favorite PS4 exclusives." Now, here's what's interesting on this list. I had to ratio his list. I commented 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. 4 of those 5 were to inform him that of the non-exclusives he listed as PS4 exclusives, 4 of them were not exclusive. So let's read over this list very quickly. Last of Us Part 2. God of War, Spider-Man, Uncharted 4, Lost Legacy, A Way Out, Persona 5, Horizon Zero Dawn, Death Stranding. Now, we're going to just ignore the fact that half of those aren't actually PlayStation 4 exclusives. I actually think that some of this is very big brain, high IQ stuff. Last of Us Part 2, I think, is not only just the best PS4 exclusive, it's Sony's best exclusive, period, in my opinion.
Yeah. Nope. I'm on the same page.
Now, God of War is interesting because I played it a little bit, but I honestly didn't play it for more than a couple hours. It just didn't click with me, but I would like to return to it.
I think it's a game where you need to get more into the characters develop over time, and once you understand their relationships and stuff like that, it definitely becomes a lot more engaging. And that was one of the games I can tell a game is one of my favorites if I just can't stop playing it. Like if I sit down, I start it, and I beat it within a week because I just don't like every night. All I want to do is play the fucking game, and that's what I did with God of War. And I finished the game, and I just went back and I got collectibles, and I listened to the stories, and the world's so interesting in that game that it really is one that you should try.
I really would like to because it gets such high praise, and I really did love. I mean that fight. I forget his name now. It's been so long, but the superhero-like fight.
It's Loki.
Yeah, it's so fucking good.
Oh, hey, the vacuum.
For 2 seconds,
the return of the vacuum.
It's now a bit, but here's what I want to. I like good prop comedy. I couldn't focus on God of War because the Nintendo Labo Variety Kit came out the same day, so I was too busy fishing to really play it.
Noise. That is a horrid noise.
Yeah. It's very satisfying. I keep all of my Labo in a 5-gallon pail under my desk.
I have my Labo VR headset, and then the Labo Blaster is right there.
The only Labo kit worth buying.
Yeah, unfortunately, I bought the whole one. I haven't built the other ones.
Don't build any of them actually.
There's the bird. There's the camera. I don't even remember the other one.
No, the camera didn't come in the VR kit.
That's
fake news.
I don't even know anymore. You're right, it didn't, but I don't even know. All right, whatever. Move on. Get another fucking tweet. Come on.
Okay. Let's fly out of the realm of PS4 exclusives and move on to your next tweet. Here we go. Your top 3 favorite directors. Woody Allen, Alfred Hitchcock, Wes Anderson. Those are interesting picks. I have to be honest with you, I've never seen a Woody Allen movie.
That is sad. But understandable, considering the fact that I had not seen any of them until quarantine started. I have now seen 11 movies.
Holy shit. Now here, I do like your other picks quite a bit. I honestly haven't seen that much Hitchcock stuff. Rear Window is probably my favorite Hitchcock film I have seen. It's really fucking good. And Wes Anderson, I also haven't seen a ton of his stuff, but I do love Grand Budapest Hotel and Moonrise Kingdom.
Yep.
I don't know who my favorite... I've really never thought about who my favorite directors are. I have a lot of ones that are hot takes people don't like me for saying. For instance, I love Ben Affleck's films. I love them.
The ones he's directed?
Yes. The Town, Argo, Live by Night.
No, I haven't seen any of
them. I'm also a big Denis Villeneuve fan.
Yeah, no, that's a good pick.
He does fucking awesome work. And quickly becoming one of my favorite directors has got to be the Safdie brothers. Who are,
don't agree with that one, but
no, not Good Time, Uncut Gems.
Neither of those movies clicked with me. I personally do not like crime movies.
Okay.
It just the genre is just a turnoff to me. I just find it super uninteresting. I've seen a couple of crime movies this year, namely Layer Cake and Snatch. I hated both of those movies. They're so uninteresting. The characters are so obnoxious. The plot is fucking just bananas and like ridiculous. I don't know. I hated it.
Well, I was about to say another one of my favorite directors. Well, two of them, Guy Ritchie.
Yeah.
I love Guy Ritchie, and Martin Scorsese. I love both of them.
Well, Scorsese, I'll give him credit where credit's due. His crime movies are significantly more interesting than the other ones.
I don't know, Guy Ritchie. I love that. I love that.
Goodfellas, Irishman are both good.
Flair.
All right. So what I would say is all right. Full disclosure, we came up with this idea yesterday as we finished recording our discussion of the mini direct. And we had noticed we were almost at 100 views. So we took the screenshot of the thing before it had hit that. I edited it. That's what the thumbnail is. We have not discussed a lot about what this video is going to be. We just thought it'd be fucking hilarious if we just did a 100 view special, which is stupid. I think what we should do is go through and find tweets that have less than 3 likes.
Okay, we can do that.
Which is probably most of them. But I think you need a cherry pick so we aren't just going, through everything.
Oh, trust me, we're going to cherry pick because some of these I don't care about. For instance, bro, please, 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 please let Black Ant be a sidekick for Taskmaster in the Black Widow movie. Couldn't give less of a shit, so we're not going to talk about that one.
Yeah.
We're not going to talk about your direct mini tweet either because we talked about that for an hour yesterday.
That's true, we did.
You did retweet, and I just want to point it out very quickly. It's a tweet of the two astronauts, one shooting the other in the back of the head. On the Earth, it's a picture of La La Land. The first one says, "Wait, it's a good movie." The second one says, "Always has been," and it is. Damien Chazelle, wonderful director.
That's a great movie.
Now here's this tweet here has one. This tweet also got ratioed.
By you?
No, I didn't actually comment on. I'm your only like on this tweet. Radio Days 1987 was my 250th film I've seen this year, including a few rewatches. How many films have you seen in 2020? Now, I really just want to bring this up because that is an obscenely impressive amount of films you've watched this year.
Yeah.
Like, that's just a ton.
It is a lot, yeah.
See, now we're getting into more tweets about fucking Woody Allen. Now, before we started recording, I looked up Tim Allen.
He did not know who Tim Allen was, which,
as far as I knew, that Tim Allen was in Home Improvement, and Tim Allen played someone in Toy Story, but I couldn't remember whom. So I had to do some research into that. And after doing some research, I really had no bit. I was like, maybe I'll do like a Woody Allen, Tim Allen thing. I've got nothing. I don't give a shit. Next tweet. 1 like. I'm your only like on this. Here's what's good about this tweet. You use the eyes emoji. I'm thinking about asking for Ghost if Tsushima for my birthday.
Ah, shit.
So the eyes emoji cancels out the typo. But yes, ask for Ghost of Tsushima for your birthday so we can do a fucking discussion about it. That
sounds like a good plan.
Now here's a hot take. I love putting hot takes out on Twitter. When I put out hot takes on Twitter, I usually end up having discussions because people respond to my tweets.
Unfortunately, I don't have that luxury.
You tweeted here. I completely forgot I even purchased Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. I played it for 10 hours and dropped it. I didn't find the story characters or combat interesting, even though Xenoblade 2 is one of my faves, and I'm genuinely surprised by the high praise it's gotten.
It's true, all of it.
I'm just not really a Xenoblade fan.
Yeah.
I would like to acknowledge, though, that I'm the only like, and I did reply and I said, this tweet is special and deserves attention. It's important to me and more people deserve to see it.
I would also like to bring up the fact that you commented that like almost a full day after I made that post.
It was after you DM'd your tweet to me and then I replied to it.
That's what it was.
And now we get into this next tweet here. It's just some horseshit arms tweet. The only thing I want to say here, this one actually has 4 likes. We're not going to talk about it. But the point is, we're actually going to do an arms discussion at some point.
We are. We have that planned. I always have arms in my gourd.
Oh, of course. Now look at this. You're out here causing Twitter beef with Jared Petty. Jared Petty writes, "Look, it's time for some real talk. Are we all just ready to admit that Toy Story 4 was a mistake?" Tucker comes here and quote tweets him. "Jared, I love you, but no. It's the best Pixar movie." 0 comments, 0 retweets, 0 likes.
Yes.
Now, Snaky Shanty Smash Brothers Remix, you retweeted and said, never heard this until now, but fuck, it's good. It's got 1 like. I'm gonna like it. Now you've got 2 likes on that. Here's one of your problems. You do too many retweets. The Twitter algorithm doesn't like retweets. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Well, like this one where Criterion announced their October releases, and you commented, ooh, with 5 O's.
Well, here's the thing. My thought process when... All right, and we're giving you guys a sneak peek into the lives of one of your favorite entertainers, all right? Right here.
Yes.
Now, when I go on Twitter and I find things that I find interesting, which is often, I think that retweeting them is a good way for me to be able to go back through my history, as we are doing now, and find things that are in the moment, my thoughts on them. Now, especially my retweets, I'm not looking for interactions. I'm mostly just saving them for me to be able to go back and see them at some point, because I like too many things for that to be a reasonable way to go back through my history. So tweets and retweets is a little bit more concise.
Interesting. So I think we're going to stick to your regular tweets then, because that's interesting.
I think we should.
I do like how in some ways your Twitter is very self-indulgent. For instance, your which I would like to include in some way in the marketing for this video, your profile picture on Twitter, which is you eating a rose.
Oh yeah. Oh,
it's a little bit alarming. It's worth actually. You know what? It's not included anywhere. If people want to see it, they have to go follow you on Twitter to see it.
Oh.
Look at that little bit of cross promotion. Speaking of promotion here, let's get some promotion for this tweet from 6 days ago. We need more Power Pack content. Just give them a D+ show. Come on, people. I don't know what that means. Power Pack sounds like something I'd stick into my N64 controller.
Well, I don't know if I should explain myself on this one.
All right. Here we go. This is another hot take. This is a barn burner. Looking back on it, while I don't regret my purchase and enjoyed my time with the game, Pokemon Sword and Shield is a step down in the detail and quality that the previous games had. I'm interested to see what happens in Gen 9. I have to say I agree with this tweet almost completely.
Yep. We both played that game a lot. We both either completed or almost completed the Pokédex.
I
have not played the DLC. Don't have any interest in it. You have. When Crown Tundra comes out, I might get it. But I think that pretty much sums up my opinion of it. I like a lot of aspects of it. I think that Galar's pretty interesting. I think a lot of the Pokemon are cool. I personally like Gigantamaxing. But I mean, looking back, like thinking about other generations, like even just back one generation to Sun and Moon, the Alola is so dense. It's so like everything's designed. Each route is just very distinct, and a lot more memorable music and characters and such. And Sword and Shield just does not have that.
Yeah, I don't know. I think if that's the point we do differ on. I do think I prefer Gen 7 or Gen 8 to Gen 7. I'd rather play Sword and Shield to Alola. I guess I've always liked gym battles, and I liked what they did to them in this game. I think what I've always said about Sword and Shield is a game that it's surprisingly ambitious, and I think it does a lot to push Pokemon forward, even if it doesn't appear that way, because for as many ambitious and interesting and fun new ideas as it has, it just misses the polish and execution that Pokemon has consistently had. Because even you can say what you want about them releasing so frequently, they're just good at it. Like, for even games I don't like as much, like Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, it's a polished game. Yeah. I didn't feel that level of polish with Sword and Shield, and even though I played it for, I think 45, maybe 50 hours, and I had a good time with it. Yeah.
I think I played it like 75 hours.
Yeah, like you played way more than me, but even for me to sink that much time into a game, I need to like it. And I've always loved Pokemon. I always consider it one of my favorite franchises, and like I said, there is a lot to like about Sword and Shield, but I'm just excited for all of that to be refined and put into a Gen 9 that's actually, I think, worthy of the community rallying around. Because I feel like, yeah, a lot of the there's a lot of unnecessary hate towards those games, but I think they also, as a response to that, got more praise than they probably deserved.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think we need to do a whole Pokemon discussion.
I'll literally add that to the list as we're recording.
Yes.
I have a list on my notes pad on my computer.
Maybe we can frame it around how I prefer Let's Go to Gen
Mm.
8.
Mm.
I really do like Let's Go. I really was hoping for Let's Go Johto.
It's coming, buddy. Don't worry.
I hope it is. I hope we get a Let's Go Sinnoh. I don't think you understand that. I'd be really happy with Let's Go Sinnoh. I'd be
Oh
one of
Christ.
I'd be one of 4 people on the planet that would be excited by that. While you're writing that down, I'm looking for another
All
tweet
right.
here. You tweeted about your very impressive Criterion collection. That got 7 likes, so we're not going to talk about it.
Wow.
The only thing we're going to mention, though, is that you have Seven Samurai on there, and I would like to watch that.
That's a good movie.
Because I'm playing Ghost of Tsushima, and now I want to watch Akira Kurosawa films. Okay, here we go. This is a great tweet here. I'd like to talk to you about. This got no engagement.
Great.
What's up, Tiger Lily? It's more fun than it should be. I love Allen stuff.
Yep.
I like some good Woody Allen insider baseball tweets.
Well, here's the thing. My Woody Allen resurge and obsession has just come back up in the last week or so because I watched 2 of his movies. I watched his debut feature film, which is What's Up, Tiger Lily, and then Radio Days, which is just, I don't know, one of his movies. But that's why there's been so many tweets recently. I don't think in this video we will have another mention of Woody Allen because it had been a decently long time since I had seen another one of his films.
See, because now we're back to July 10th here, and you've got a really good tweet that I think deserved far more likes.
Wow, that's really not a long time ago.
You've got a picture of your cat, whose name I learned is Jesse, named after Jesse McCree. Picture of your tarantula, who's named after someone I don't know. And then your chicken, who's named after Indiana Jones.
That's true.
That's a good tweet. My cat's name is Paul.
That's not a great cat name. I'm not gonna lie.
we got it. We got him when I was in the 3rd grade, and I just started calling him Paul around the house. I don't know why, because I was a little dumb little kid. And my parents kept saying, we're not calling him Paul, but I would just keep picking him up and saying, his name's Paul. So then it just stuck. And I have another cat named Gertrude, but they were both rescue cats, and she already had her name. So my cats aren't named after anything in particular. Now here's one of your problems with Twitter. Another tweet from that same day.
This is an intervention.
Gonna do an experiment and not... Hold on.
Oh God. Oh.
Gonna do an experiment and not being on my phone for a while, which means once again not being on Twitter except when I'm slacking off at work.
That didn't work.
Posted at 7:32 p.m. At 8:11 p.m. on the same day, you posted 4 pictures of your animals.
Yeah, that didn't work. I have recently set restrictions on my phone, self-imposed restrictions. It disables most apps between 10 p.m. and 8 a.m. And I only have 45 minutes a day on like Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram, and Discord, which are the 4 things I use most on my phone. And I was in the mood to like do a detox and like try not to use my phone as much, but a lot of these tweets actually came from Twitter on my computer, so they're not all from my phone.
Twitter on computer is the best way to do it, in my opinion.
It is. I'm starting to drift that way, especially when you have only 45 minutes a day on social media on your phone.
Now this is a flashpoint tweet here. Not upset or disappointed by the background announcement in the slightest. Probably not going to play the game, but it could be cool.
I don't think we need to discuss that one.
I don't think we need to discuss it. Now I like this tweet because here's what's interesting. This next tweet's very foreboding to me. I'm gonna hit up Barnes & Noble today and see what Criterion scraps I can scrounge up. Criterion fans in Austin, please leave some for me. So, what I like about this tweet is it got no likes, but then your other Criterion tweets got a lot of likes. So I like to imagine that the Austin Criterion fans saw that and didn't like it because they didn't want you to get the movies. But then once you did, they wanted to be happy for you.
Certainly possible.
I like that. And this next tweet you talk to me about sometimes. The Last of Us Part r/Last of Us Part 2 is a cesspool. I like that you put cesspool in all caps. It's important to put all caps words in your tweets sometimes. Like, holy shit, it's one of the worst, most cancerous game subs I've ever seen. Actually worse than r/Pokemon, which I didn't think was possible.
Both of those are very awful subreddits that are just pits of hatred.
Yeah, and you
do not go on them.
You got some engagement from somebody with a cloud PFP here. That's good.
Thank you.
Let's see. Here's a tweet I like. You just tweeted Marvel Studios Endgame to the end. This is one of my favorite videos of all time. Even year after Endgame, still holds all the emotional weight, possibly even more so. One of the best edited things I've seen.
That video is absolutely fantastic. It's the one where they mix all the moments of the MCU together and end it with like a sizzle reel sort of thing that's like edited to intense music that goes through every movie. The only downside to that is it was made by by Disney, so they don't have the rights to use footage from the Spider-Man movies or Incredible Hulk. So they just have default footage of Spider-Man and Hulk from other movies when those movies are being shown, and it takes you out of the moment slightly, but most people won't even notice that. I'm just a gigantic fucking nerd.
Now, I have to say, while you were talking about that, as the resident DC fanboy, even though I'm wearing my Captain Marvel shirt today, I was kind of tuning out. I haven't even seen this fucking video. To be
I'll
honest
send
with
it to you. I think you would enjoy it actually.
No, I
It's
think I
only
would like it.
3 minutes or something.
I do. I mean, I do like Marvel, even though I'm more of a DC guy. I got a whole DC shelf over there, actually. But I actually do have the Vision comics over there too. I love that's a
You
wonderful.
read that?
That's a wonderful
Tom King's
miniseries.
Vision?
Yeah.
That's a fantastic fucking comic. I have that right over there as well.
He's also a shitty Batman writer. He is better with Marvel. Now here's a tweet. Now you're a kind of funny best friend.
I am.
I used to be. I fell out of them for a while. Because I mainly as a fan for Colin Moriarty, who I think is one of the few good games journalists outside of Team Nintendo, because we are premier. There's us, and then there's
Of
the second
course.
tier of people,
Of
and
course.
Colin's there. I'm only a little bit above him, you know. But you tweeted, but I have been actually watching more kind of funny content recently, especially when Blessing came in, because I actually really like him. I like his dynamic with Greg. You tweeted here, you retweeted, quote tweeted actually, Blessing, who said, Barrett started our own Miyazaki in review. You said, Blessing and Barrett start kind of funny too, despite the old guard, much like the champions coming from the ANAD adventures. Don't know what that means.
Here's the thing. A lot of my tweets, I understand why they don't get interaction. The Black Ant tweet, the Power Pack tweet, I'm putting these out there in case someone knows what I'm talking about and can have a conversation about it. But mostly I'm just like, oh shit, this would be cool to talk about. So I put it out there. All right, I see kind of funny. I have this idea. The Champions, one of my favorite superhero teams, was formed by teenagers who distanced themselves from the all new, all different Avengers because they didn't like how the adults were handling things. And Blessing and Barrett, being the younger members of Kind of Funny, I was thinking would be funny if they distanced themselves and made a second Kind of Funny just to be like, screw you, Greg and Andy and whoever.
So sometimes when you put out these tweets, you're like Abby looking for the fireflies.
That's true. It's all in my head. I want it to be true. It just doesn't usually work out. But you know what? Eventually it will. My computer's about to run out of battery.
That's not good. See, now that you're out of frame, people can admire your shelves in the background. I was trying to admire them earlier.
You were admiring them earlier.
I was doing a pretty good job too, even though they're far away and I've got 3100 vision. I still able to look at a lot of the things there. Now,
I don't know how bad the YouTube/Skype recording compression will be, but he was able to identify most of my shelves, which means my camera is actually surprisingly high quality.
it is. Now here's this tweet I actually understand. Big screen Alpha Flight versus X-Men? Well, I understood that part. Starjammers and the hopefully more comics accurate Dark Phoenix saga? Yes, please. I would like to see Alpha Flight versus X-Men. Don't know what Starjammers is, though.
I don't think you really need to.
Now, here's a tweet you like. That I like this one. This was another retweet, but I want to mention it very quickly. You said, this is a hero we don't need but do deserve, and it's John Cartwright. I'm a big John Cartwright fan.
I'm a John Cartwright stan, if you will.
I would also say that I stan John Cartwright. I'm also a big Derek Bittner fan. I met him at PAX, which was a lot of fun. But I have to say John Cartwright, my favorite member of Game Explain.
He is. He's great.
Now, you usually... This next tweet is interesting to me because you usually... we got a good tweet coming up. But hold on. You usually don't catch your tweets and get much engagement, but this one you sent me because you were annoyed that people didn't like it. It's a picture from The Last of Us Part 2. And it says, I feel like I'm in the oldest house again. # PS4. Now, this is a reference to Control, which is a horseshit video game. and 4 people played it, and one of them liked it, and it was you.
Yeah.
So it was a very niche reference. It's a good reference. Very niche reference.
That area does look like it could be in the oldest house.
Now here's what I like. You got this next tweet here. It's another retweet. This should have been a regular tweet. This is a teaching moment.
Okay, thank you, Professor.
This is you giving your opinions on every single Star Wars movie. But you did it as a retweet, so people didn't engage with it.
Very interesting.
I didn't even see this. See, now that I clicked into it, here's what's interesting. The person you quote tweeted replied and said, "How did only 2 of these manage to be good takes?" And then they got 3 likes on that, and you only got 1 like on your post.
Well, I think it's because the person I've retweeted from is significantly more, has a lot more followers.
See,
unfortunately,
you try to take the home field advantage, and then you got got.
I did get got it.
So now we're gonna see. You got some more quote tweets. You actually added me, and I never even saw this. This is important news. At Penguins the Case, put this on your news thing, and it's Jack Black with a King K. Rool amiibo in the background.
That's true. That should have been on the daily whatever you do. I don't even read
Yesterday's
it,
news today. My weekly Nintendo Dad's satirical news
that.
feature.
But I really do think that should have been. It was breaking news. That Jack Black owns a King K. Rool amiibo? I mean, come on.
That's breaking news.
That's important.
We're almost okay. We're soon to get to a tweet that I replied to that I'd like you to. Okay, here it is. This is another quote tweet, but this was a fun interaction we had. MC Direct. Rumor. Marvel Studios reportedly pursuing the idea of Clint Barton going deaf in the Hawkeye Disney Plus series. You said, "I bet this will happen, TBH. Give a good reason why Kate should become the main MCU Hawkeye, but it'll also just be fun to have more comics accuracy." I replied with, what if instead of making him dead, they gave him 3 ears? And you replied, "Everything is wrong with this tweet."
That is true, because you not only misspelled the word deaf and said dead, you said some other weird shit that should not have been said.
This next tweet is just a good take. You said that Alex Ross's artwork is incredible, and it is. That's just.
It is. I have an Alex Ross Avengers poster that I'm gonna hang up in my apartment.
Have you read Kingdom Come? I think you have. Maybe.
I have. Yeah, I have it on my shelf over there.
I'm a big Kingdom Come fan.
Pretty good. Yeah.
Now this one I just take umbrage with. You retweeted someone and said, if you own a Nintendo system, you have no excuse to have not played Metroid. You said, "What if I don't care?"
That's my excuse.
And then the person you retweeted said, "Then you're Satan," but they spelled it Y-O-U-R.
Yeah. Did I respond to that?
You did. You just said, "Oh, if that's it, then I'm good." So it was just shitty interaction all around.
If the only negative to not playing Metroid is that I'm Satan, that's not bad.
Play Metroid.
There's worse things than that.
Play Metroid Zero Mission.
I could. Yeah, I could.
Or Fusion. You know what? Let's fucking do a game where you got a Wii U. Play Metroid Fusion.
Well,
play
I do
Zero
own
Mission.
a Wii.
Well, then let's play Super Metroid on Nintendo SNES Online Collection, and we'll do a game discussion about it.
We can do a Super Metroid discussion. I'll give you that one.
Let's do a Super Metroid. A long time ago, Kind of Funny did a game club, and they did a Super Metroid game club discussion. Let's both play it, and we'll play Kind of Funny's video in the background, and then we'll pause it and give our opinions as the video goes along, and unpause it and keep going.
Oh God.
Let's see. Well, then you talk about how much you like Marvel's Avengers. Okay, this is one I agree with, even though you're going a little hard in the paint, as kids would say. You guys are being little bitches about Pokemon Unite. MOBAs are insanely popular game genre, and people are always asking Pokemon to try new things. Why would you hate it? You haven't even played the game yet? Jesus Christ. Now, I think you're being a little intense, however, I agree.
People were being gigantic bitches about that.
They were being gigantic.
When I watched what was that, Pokemon Presents or something like that?
Yes.
And we didn't know what to expect. Yeah, it wasn't a great video, but I mean, why would they not do that? And it has to be announced somewhere. It wasn't in a direct. It wasn't a Pokemon Direct. It was specifically a Pokemon Presents, indicating that it was not developed by that fucking team. So people need to shut their whore mouths.
Following up your string of good takes, You retweeted Spike Lee's Do the Right Thing, said this is a banger movie, must watch for sure. It is.
That's a very good movie.
Very good. I haven't seen The Five Bloods yet, which I would like to watch.
That's pretty good. It's all right.
I've never seen Hamilton, and I don't have any interest in doing so. I don't like musicals. Sue me. I'd like to watch Hamilton. Now this one doesn't translate well into a podcast, but you put a bunch of PNGs of Pokemon and said, "I've updated my top 5 Pokemon from each region with Galar. What do you think of my choices?" Without informing the audience, I'm going to leave them out of this. This is just a personal matter. I like a lot of your picks here, but you have that dumb fucking, like the Pokemon you fuse back together. Those are so annoying.
Oh yeah,
in Galar, they don't even look like real Pokemon. I don't like the argument that thing doesn't look like a Pokemon, but these things don't even look like animals that should exist for real. They're awful.
That's the reason. That's why. That's the design. It's intentional. It's fucking hilarious. And also, their animations in Pokemon Camp are so fucking funny. Those are great, incredibly animated Pokemon.
Wow. EA Play 2020 was the best video game presentation I've ever seen. Not that there are many game announcements I care about, or big announcements, though It Takes Two and Lost in Random look fantastic, but the editing, tone, and style kept me engaged throughout, even if I wasn't hyped. Good work, EA.
It's honestly true. That conference was... Every conference should be like that. It was insane. It was amazing.
Honestly, it was edited very well. Want some spice on your timeline? Here are the most overrated movies of 2010, in my opinion. The only one of these I actually like is Fury Road, but personally I don't even see it as a masterpiece everyone else does. Let's have a conversation in the comments. And oh boy, howdy did you. And it's one person agreeing with you and 2 people with a Natalie Portman PFP and then... I don't even fucking know who that is. But they replied to you with no and then a heart. Very odd. We're not going to get into this. I do want to do a discussion with you just about going over your dumb letterbox lists.
Okay.
But let's just say that there's 12 films here. We're going to save this for another discussion, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these are terrible takes.
Thank you. I tried.
Let's see. Someone said Whale Lord is huge, and you just quote tweeted it and said good.
I mean, okay. I did not. As I said, I don't have the DLC for Pokemon Sword and Shield. I was watching my friend play it. Seeing a good-sized Wailord show up in the overworld, that was a magical moment. That was a great Pokemon moment for me. Wailord is one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. And seeing one that is actually the size it fucking should be made my little kid heart very happy.
I like this tweet thread here. You retweeted Control and said, because they said that it's coming to PS5 and Series X. And you said, I smell a replay coming. And then I replied and said, no, that's burning toast. And then you said, oh shit, thanks. I forgot about my toast. I need water. You retweeted a review for the Human Centipede. It's a letterbox review that says, I've never seen this movie, but if you turn the poster upside down, it looks like a dinosaur.
It does. It's fucking hilarious. Here's the thing. There's some things I retweet, not only because I think they'd be funny to look at later, but because I feel more people should see them. And I don't want to just steal that person's tweet. But that is a tweet that more people should see.
I agree.
It's a very important tweet.
I agree. It was nice of you to signal boost it to your 2 active followers.
Well, here we are starting a great YouTube channel full of amazing content that we are now uploading daily for the next 3 days for 3 days in a row.
Yeah.
Even though we haven't started in months. I will get amazing followers from this. I love you all. Thank you so much for watching. And follow me on Twitter and actually interact with my shit. And then next time we do one of these videos, we'll be talking about how amazing my fan base is.
Yeah.
It's true.
Now, I don't know how many more you want to do, but I'd like to point this one out because this is just a fun anecdote. Before you did Banter, before you did any of the stuff you did, you used to review movies on your personal channel. The prompt here is, what's the biggest impact you've made on the internet?
Oh, This is actually a great one to end on. We might as
Yeah, I
well.
think it's a good one to end on because this is one of my favorite things we've ever done. Uh,
My
Your
hair.
series tweet says, I saw Ready Player One at the world premiere and broke the review embargo by almost 2 weeks since I reviewed it almost an hour after it premiered. Oops.
This is true.
I remember this very clearly because the embargo, you went to the premiere and you're like tweeting me, you saw like Angry Joe at the premiere or something, right?
I did, yeah.
And you're having a good time, then the review comes out and it gets fucking 4,500 views off of your 130 subscribers. Like, what is happening? And then I started looking around. I'm like, Angry Joe didn't post his review. Jeremy Jones didn't post a review. Chris Stuckman doesn't have a review. Grace Randolph doesn't have a review. Where are the reviews? And then it turns out that you just fucking flew past that embargo, and you
And no
exude
one
such
ever noticed.
Chad energy
No one ever noticed.
that Steven Spielberg didn't come after you.
Oh yeah. Well, okay. I feel kind of bad because I should not have done that, but I did, and it's a funny moment to look back on. But Steven Spielberg was there. That was a crazy night for me for multiple reasons. Obviously, I was seeing a big movie on opening night before anyone else in the world had. There was other famous people there, the entire cast, the author, the director, whatever. The presentation had technical difficulties twice during the world premiere of this big-ass movie directed by Steven Spielberg. And Steven Spielberg also came out and said, "Hey guys, please don't talk about this movie, for a while. We want other people to see it first." I didn't listen, and unfortunately, I went against what our Lord and Savior Steven Spielberg said to me. But I don't really regret it because that's my biggest impact I've had on the internet.
Now, Ready Player One is a fucking terrible movie.
Oh, that movie's trash. I hate it.
I hate
And
the
I say
book.
it in my movie. Or in my review.
I hate the book. I hated the movie even more. Steven Spielberg really has directed like 2 good movies. Okay?
Ooh, now that is a take. Holy shit.
He's directed Jaws, which is one of my favorite films of all time. He directed Catch Me If You Can, which is also great. That's about it.
Wow. All right.
Jurassic Park's fucking boring. I'm stuck.
All right. Well, I think you shitting on Steven Spielberg and me not listening to Steven Spielberg is a great way to end this video, which is probably too long, and it's probably not going to get any views. But we already got 100 views, so this video flopping doesn't matter. Also, we just want to make content because we're idiots, and we've been doing this for over a year, but we've made like 7 videos total, which is pathetic and sad. And when I look at our Twitter account, which is even more barren, it gives me genuine depression because I'm sitting there like, we could have been doing something this entire time, but it's just me fucking around on there like twice. That's your entire Twitter account. It's sad.
The good news, of course, is we're doing something now.
It's true.
And tomorrow, we have an actual serious video.
Oh, yeah.
Tomorrow, we have an actual review discussion for The Last of Us Part 2. That's an actual serious, well thought out, and considered discussion that's about an hour and a half long. It's very good. It's
not only one of our only serious videos, and out of our few videos, it's definitely our magnum opus so far. And it might be for a while. I don't see anything else like surpassing it, which is fine because it is a fantastic video where we go very in depth in our thoughts. And I have wanted this video up for a while. Unfortunately, I am stupid and didn't make the thumbnail when I should have. But I keep seeing people, some people I'm friends with, saying stuff bad about Last of Us 2, and I just want to link them that video, but it doesn't exist yet. So I'm gonna have to go back and send this to a few people once it goes up. I'm very excited for that. So if you are still watching, please look forward to that tomorrow. But it's very unlikely many people will see this before that video comes out.
If you get to an hour into this horse shit,
it's not been an hour.
It hasn't.
It's only like a 40-minute discussion.
Well, even if you make it 40 minutes into this, tell me who you are. I'll follow you on Twitter. I don't care who you are.
Oh yeah.
You deserve a prize.
We'll give you a shout out on our Twitter accounts.
We'll not only give you a shout out on our Twitter account, we will personally wish you a good day in our next video.
It's true.
We'll personally do that for you.
thing I'm most excited about, for the fact that we're making bullshit content that no one's gonna watch, is that the goal, obviously, is to get following, is to get people who discuss our videos and can talk to us on Twitter and comments and enjoy our content. But this content is going to be out there for the rest of the internet in the future. People who eventually become fans with us, might it be 2 years from now, might be like, huh, wonder what their old videos are like. They scroll down to the bottom. They find a gem with both of our beautiful smiling faces on this glorious thumbnail. They watch this video. Not edited. Lots of downtime. Your light is flickering. Bad quality. It's fine. They get to the end of the video, hopefully. If anyone ever sees this, at both of us on Twitter, please. Literally, it could be 10 years from now. At us both on Twitter. That is going to be a moment where they hear, it's going to be super meta, because they're hearing us talk about them in the future and how we don't care about our content right now and how we're discussing the inner workings of our minds and our discussions and our thought processes. This is a very important video. And it actually is, as we were discussing yesterday, the beginning of a new era, hopefully, for us, if we can actually get our fucking acts together. This could be Backlog Bagger 2.0, secretly, because no one will ever see this video.
We're like the Anthem 2.0 of podcasts.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
I bought Anthem for $60. I pre-ordered Anthem. Full price.
Well, I think it's a good place to end this video. I don't think we need to talk about much else.
All I want to say is I hope everyone other than Steven Spielberg has a good day. And I hope you tune back in tomorrow for our Last of Us Part 2 review discussion that actually is really legitimately worth your time.
It really is. That is an actual video, not this bullshit. All right, take care, everyone.
See you, boys and girls and dogs and horses and cows.